So the second film today that we're going to be reviewing is Parasite, released on February the 7th, 2020, directed by Bong Joon-ho. We had Kang-ho as Kim.
Can I just cut you
Taek,
there? It wasn't. It was released over here on the and I'm this pisses me off because this film has been out.
No, it has
for a time.
It has.
This film has been out since May 2019.
But I'm going with.
I think, but that's when it was at the film festivals then.
What the worldwide what is going with, and also I'm glad you cut it
UK
so
release.
I can just give a little disclaimer to my pronunciation of these names because it's going to be tough. But anyway, so yeah, we're going Parasite, 7th of February 2020 UK release, directed by Bong Joon-ho. We had Kang-ho as Kim Taek, father of the family, Choi Woo-shik as Kim Kai-woo, Kelvin, son of the Kim family, Park So-dam as Kim Hye-jin, Jessica, daughter of the family, and Jang Hye-jin as Park Chung-suk, mother of the Kim family.
You're doing well.
Hey, give me a little round of applause for that.
Doing very well.
Listen,
You're doing very well.
Anyone would think that I'm actually a Korean.
It was released on the 21st of May at the Cannes Film Festival, but it was released on the 30th of May in South Korea.
Okay.
And the 5th of June in France, 15th of June in Australia.
Some staggered release, boy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's how the international films go.
A poor family, the Kims, con their way into becoming the servants of a rich family, the Parks. But their easy life gets complicated when their deception is threatened with exposure.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Hey!
Kyle, were you entertained?
Yes, indeed.
Amari, were you entertained?
So you see before when I said no. It's not one of those times. You say, yeah, baby.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me no there for a second.
You was getting stressed.
It's a tense moment. Giles, were you entertained?
Absolutely.
Full house. I was definitely entertained.
Easy.
Who wants to kick this one off? In fact, Amari, you go.
Oh.
You go. Look, he's had a character change now. Look.
No, he's excited.
Look, he's smiling again.
This film was lit.
Can I just say, yeah, before you even get into it, I love when you look at the name of a film and it has an underlying meaning to the film. So within seconds, you're like, okay.
Clever, very clever.
No, but the thing is,
Okay.
I didn't even... But no, it's like, it wasn't until we got to the twist.
Well, hold on. You keep on doing this. How do you just skip? How do you just skip?
I know.
How do you just skip everything out?
Pattern emerging.
Like, what go on for you?
Well, we're just talking about the name of the title. I never actually got the name until we got to the twist.
Do you know what?
Did you never see The Sound of Music? Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start.
Why did you only see that at the twist?
Because I didn't.
So you didn't feel like they were parasites?
No, I just thought it was. I just thought it was con artists.
Bruv, they were parasites. They were parasites of life. From when the film starts and man's trying to get free Wi-Fi.
Listen,
straight away.
Listen, even how they lived like parasites. They lived literally underground.
So how can you say you only got it at the twist?
Listen, this film.
Oh wow!
Listen,
I think a lot of this film went over your head.
I think it did as well.
I enjoyed the film even before the twist. So I was like,
listen, let me tell you about this film. Like. Listen,
you know what? Before we go any further,
I think I was the first one to see this film out of you man.
Before we go any further,
bursting.
Before we go any further, I just want to give a clap to everyone involved in this film. What a refreshing piece of film.
No. We're gonna take it even deeper. We're gonna give a clap to the parents of everyone involved in the film, because without them, this wouldn't even been possible. I'm telling you.
Okay, wait. Are we do we love this film so much because it's a foreign film?
No.
The reason why I'm asking that is because before I saw the film, somebody's asking me like, "Oh, am I reviewing it?" And then it was like, "Well, it's getting the same attention that Crouching Tiger got." But Crouching Tiger never won. He never got the full acknowledgement, if that makes sense. So I was like, is it because it's an international, another language conversation?
In answer to your question, I'll give you my opinion, because I had this conversation earlier on. I just find it just so nice. Hollywood, take note. This is how you tell a story.
Oh yeah.
What is a film? A film is a story. It's some sort of story. That's what you're telling. How nice this was. Forget about the fact that it's Korean, but how nice it was to be told a story that can any of us say we've ever seen or heard anything like this before? No? No?
Nothing to the extent.
Not on this level.
Okay. Secondly, again, because I know we all appreciate cinematography, the way this film looked, the way that it was shot.
Wait, the yard. The
know
house was
You know what?
something
It
else.
wasn't a house.
You know what? I think I actually
It was
wrote...
the definition
Listen.
of house.
Hey,
Actually,
listen.
Here we go. Look, here we go.
Cribs. Huh?
Here we go. Look,
Cribs.
I wrote this down. Can we take a moment of silence for the yard? 3 seconds. And we go back in.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Listen.
Scenes on scenes.
Listen.
Hey, that's how we all need to be living. Hey, can you please just give us good reviews, favourites, sharing, so we can all make money and all buy houses like
Listen.
that?
If only.
Well, you're a gambler, so
Yeah, if anyone's closest, it's him, innit?
Hit that million too.
in fact, you're a retired gambler, so you're even worse than a gambler because you don't know whether you're gambling or you're not. At least if you're a gambler, an active gambler, that we know what you're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
man.
let's get into this. Let's get into this film. The story is crazy.
Yeah. It's so clever.
Crazy.
It's so clever.
Can I ask a question as well? Did we, or is it fair to say we all watched this after the Oscars?
Yes.
No, I watched
didn't?
it before.
All right, so I'm going to direct this. Did you watch it before or after?
After.
Oh, you watched it after as well?
Yeah, after, yeah.
All right. So going into this, so you watched this before?
No, after.
You watched this after as well?
I told you, I was the only one who watched it. Yeah.
All right,
Only
so,
Jones, yeah.
so for us, did you go into this expecting a lot, obviously, because of the Oscars? Or like, how were you feeling
No,
when you was
I
watching
wanted.
this?
I remember I was having a conversation with you about Korean film anyway. 'cause
Yeah,
they
yeah.
make a lot of good films. So
yeah.
just on the basis it was Korean anyway, I was interested because, as I said, they do good films.
Yeah.
The Oscar just added, it increased the expectations. I
Yeah.
already thought, I'm liking the sound of this film.
Yeah.
Now it's won an Oscar, now I'm really interested.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's how I felt watching this. I kind of, it's impossible not to. You can't just turn off the fact that you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch it because I was finding out getting Oscar recognition. It sounds weird. I didn't really care if it won an Oscar or not.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know why it was in the conversation.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why I wanted
Yeah.
to watch the Adam Sandler film, because it generated so much conversation, not because it's actually going to or won something. I was
Yeah.
more to, when something makes enough noise, you're either being fed it
Yeah.
to be noise, or it's genuinely worth the noise.
Yeah.
Either way, you have to watch it to know which one it's going to be.
All right, let's get into this. Giles, what did you like about this film, man?
Everything. Everything. The way it was filmed, the pace of it, the story, the characters,
That
their
family,
motives.
they took Colin
Listen.
into a different realm, you know.
and the thing is,
It's not Conan, it's Kimin.
Listen. Listen.
Literally.
from the moment, what's the guy's name now?
The son.
Yeah,
Right.
Look, without being, I'm trying to be rude, but it's just we gotta go
Nah.
dad, mum, son, daughter.
Oh,
'Cause
let me rename it.
we have to for this. We have to
From
for
the
this.
moment, but even from the moment the son's brethren comes in.
Because he was was he doing it as a con, or was he doing it as?
Because he was the bringing,
No,
innit?
he was an actual tutor.
He was a tutor.
Because remember he went off to university,
Oh, yeah.
and he said, "I'm coming back for the girl."
Oh yeah.
But he said, but the mum is, she's simple.
Simple.
So he knew, but he knew what his friend was. Do you understand what I'm saying? He knew what his friend was. So it's almost like he kind of said, you know what, I'm giving you a little golden ticket here. Do what you please. Do you understand what I'm saying? So from the moment the friend, and then he's gone to the house and he's just acting. Everything's an act. And you can see the wheels turning in his head about actually,
bringing.
But he
My
wasn't
sister.
even, the worst thing is he wasn't even the best actor. The sister was.
Ah,
The
yeah.
sister was.
listen.
The sister.
Listen,
Yeah, she was serious.
Listen.
Oh my days.
multiple.
And the research she did to put a plan together. Okay, how are we gonna get the dad in?
Yeah.
And then it was like, we now need to be smarter to get rid of the housekeeper.
Question, just quick fire around the table. Carl, who was your favourite character in the film?
The dad.
Murray.
Sister.
Giles? Pick one. First one that comes to your head.
Don't know, man. I love them all, to be honest. I can't say a bad thing about this film.
I'm going with the dad as well. I thought his character was, especially as the film progresses, and then obviously we'll get onto the ending in a minute, but every single character and performance in this film was spot on. The way that the family, the transition, Kyle, I'm going to throw this to you. Going off our conversation of Queen and Slim, because I actually left that episode thinking about a lot of the things that you said you picked up on that I didn't. Question, what did you see, or the undertones or the hidden messages from this film?
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Far away.
We could just talk about class in general. We could talk about, obviously, the obvious one is the rich versus the poor.
The haves and the have-nots.
The haves and the have-nots. Obviously, them being in the basement, the rich people being up high. That was just physically.
Yeah.
They were showing the big differences between the two. But then even class in terms of we'll say working class fighting amongst each other, which I thought was very, very real in our society as well. That the people at the bottom are still fighting with each other just to get a little piece of the top. That was one of the big themes that I took from it.
I got a very strong family theme from this as well. So you have the Kim family, obviously. What was interesting to me was no matter how shit their lives were or their living environment, their bond never
Still
broke.
cohesive,
Yeah.
No.
Ate every meal together. It was always the four of them. And it was like, even when they broke, where they've all sort of decepted their, it's not even a real word, but hey, thank you, mister, thank you. Deceived their way into the big family, into the big house, and they're doing exactly the same thing that they were doing in their squalor.
Shitty squalor.
But now it's, we can drink all this liquor, or which was highlighted.
The pizza.
The pizza boxes.
You see that, obviously, once they started getting money,
Yeah.
they went back to eat at that pizza place.
Yeah.
And the girl that serves them was pissed.
That's right.
She dashed
Because
the pizza.
she was the one who said,
was the one who
in
said-
4 of these boxes is no good.
Exactly.
So that I'm going to dock your
Yeah.
pay or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
you see, again, she was pissed that someone had actually been able to do good for herself, which again relates to when someone has a bit of success, people in your area, there's haters.
Yeah, it's true.
And that was another theme there.
It was interesting as well as the film progresses, and then we get the turn sort of midway when the old home. I'm jumping. There's so much to say. Amari, I know you felt this one. I'm going to say one word: peaches.
Hey. That was some Ocean's 11 type heist that the way how they removed the woman
I know.
from her job.
But the levels, no, but the levels of that
levels.
whole sequence from. I've heard that she has a peach allergy.
Oh my! The man was sprinkling little peach atoms, sprinkling little.
Not even a hole, not even something, not even actual residue.
Nah.
Just some.
Yeah.
little peach dust.
And then man said, I took a
fur, peach
The way he
fur.
took
Fur.
the tissue out of the bin.
With the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Because
His face
it went
priceless.
it went from allergy to, was it TB or
Yeah,
something?
TB.
Yeah.
When he took the selfie.
The selfie. It was I was just there getting my annual checkup. And I
Yeah,
didn't.
I'm sending a selfie to my wife.
How you gonna send yourself into a wife to get your annual checkup?
Every
She's so
single
simple.
one of them. Every single one of them. But even the fact that they were all so good at conning, again, it's like they all, because even when he done the old Photoshop work, and then the dad was like, "Oh, look at this. This
Yeah,
is
she
good."
can do anything.
Like, what
Yeah.
parent is gonna condone that? But again, because they're all
That's what they were.
bottom of the barrel.
That's what they were.
You know,
That's what they
support
were.
their kids. Because even when they do the chauffeur service, I think it was, and then the girl answers the phone, and again the dad's like, "Look at her. She could be anyone she wanted to kind of be like."
And
He's
that-
impressed
that-
by this.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. That's all part of the certificate was fake, but again I took it as it's just a piece of paper. There's a lot of people that can do any job. It's
But they
just a
don't have the
of
piece of
paper. They
paper.
don't have the
Yeah.
piece of paper.
Yeah.
And again, the whole club, the service, the
Yeah.
card, just because it was handed on a nice card,
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
fooled into thinking.
He
and
was
it-
like, he was like,
And it
"Oh,
was
it's
recommended.
good
It was
because-"
recommended.
And I think she said a line where because a
You're
recommendation
not
is
part
better
of the,
than,
Yeah.
the club yet, are you, or something like?
They were willing to give up all that information they wanted from them just
Yeah.
because of a recommendation. Did nothing else.
One thing I took from it was the fact that is it the Kims? Who were
Yeah, the Kims are the poor family,
Yeah.
and the Parks are the rich family.
Right. So the Kims, they're depicted as bottom barrel. Yeah. But the Parks, they weren't much better when you think about it.
In what sense?
Just the way how they looked down on them. You know, the fact that they had that theme of the lingering smell. Like,
No,
and
it was-
ultimately it was the smell that made the
smell
man
that.
Bro, it
the
was
turn.
It was when.
So even basically what I'm saying is, even though they were better people, they weren't better people.
Yeah.
So class money can't buy you class, basically.
Yeah.
Which was something that I took out of the film. And but the way how it was presented was just fucking
I've
genius.
never seen anything like
No.
this film. Like, and again, there was times where, and I hate to say it, but again, because we know that the Oscars, and I was like, what's gonna happen? I was always waiting for something to the point where the story was unfolding in front, and I had a sort of penny drop in my. I was like, oh my gosh, like this isn't even supposed to be like that impactful, like direct. And obviously it is towards the end, but so much is going on that's being done in such a normal way that you kind of have to think over what you're mental, absolutely mental. Amari, favorite scene of this film?
Personally, I think it was the ending, literally the ending. When he was, because obviously he worked out there was Morse code, and he used Morse code to write a letter to his son using the Morse code, and it was his little speech saying he couldn't stop laughing after he had the brain surgery. That little monologue he had with himself, just saying, "I can't stop laughing when I find out my sister's dead. Can't work out. Then I worked out where my dad is, but I actually can't see him." Then he was having a conversation. And he said, "Well, I'm now going to be legit and be rich just so I can actually buy the house to get you out."
Mad turn.
I thought me that was like, it's mad because they've gone from wanting to be con artists and enjoying being a parasite to wanting to then just go legit just to buy a house to get to see their dad back.
But the reality is that was never going to happen. That was never going to happen.
And do you know what? I was on YouTube just watching a few things, and it said the final song at the end of the film was originally titled 564 years, because they said that's how long it would actually take him to earn that money to buy that house.
But Kyle, why are you saying that with a smile on your face? What's the matter? What's the matter with this guy?
But that's the level of detail and thought
Yeah.
that went into the whole film. Just amazing.
Yeah. And off of that scene, Amari, I liked the scene, the one with the father and son after their yard's been flooded, and they're in that sort of like refugee shelter place, and they're
It's like a gymnasium, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're speaking in the middle of the night, and the son was kind of starting to
Let's just have no plan.
atone for his. And he was like, "I need to make this right," like because he kind of started it all off. Do you see what I'm saying? But then the dad was like, "No, like sometimes we can have a plan. We've been planning to do all this nonsense, but look where it's got us," kind of thing. So it for me, it tied into the ending where he's taking responsibility for his shit, basically. Giles, favourite scene?
Do you know what? I'm going to go with any scene that the little boy was in.
I've got to drop him a bomb
Listen.
for his bow and arrow.
Listen,
He was a problem, you know.
Listen,
that one,
that
didn't
little
he?
kid was serious because the reality was he was on the right track. He knew what was going on.
He just didn't know.
He just didn't know
the words.
but again, they just played it off the fact that he was just a kid. Also, I like the fact that, and I guess this is coming from the educator in me, the way how the mum was like, "Yeah, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that," and then after one session with the sister, he was patterned. He was the way how he got up from the chair, bowed, and then like, whereas you'd seen him previously running amok. Like even when the son first goes to the house and he meets the housekeeper and she's plucking the arrows from
that's
all over everything.
He's just been doing his thing.
But the way how he just conformed, absolute conformed.
Isn't that again a very interesting notion? Because you look at the levels of class now. Again, this is just speculation, but one would assume that the Parks maybe wouldn't even consider letting someone from the Kims look after their child because they look at their way of life and think,
And the reality was
that
was exactly what they needed.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So that was interesting. Kyle, favourite scene?
It's hard to pinpoint one, to be fair. What I thought was quite funny was when obviously the housekeeper found him out and then she took the video.
When they're fighting over the video.
I wrote a few quotes down.
He said, there was the line saying, "Don't call me dad," and I was like,
"Sis, don't call me sis." And then the way she was like, "Oh, don't worry about that, sis."
Yeah.
And then you see, I put as well.
She said, "Don't call me sis, you filthy bitch."
And I put that as well when when the husband goes, "Honey, this send button is like a missile launcher. And he's got men in the corner like this. Put your hands up.
And they're all like, all standing on the wall like that.
And it was, I don't know if you clocked as well, but the way that they came out of that scene, because that actually nicely ties into my favourite scene. So my favourite scene was rammed on in 5 minutes.
No.
The whole,
the
getting
clean-up,
everything
the clean-up.
cleaned. But I love the way they came out of that sort of hostage scene where then the housewife and the husband are reminiscing about how they were enjoying the house. And it's a completely different way because, again, maybe they were on a slightly higher class than the Kims. So she's looking, she's like, oh, look, all you've been doing is drinking and eating. You didn't even appreciate the art. And then we go into the flashback and then it comes just to end and then it comes to the husband.
Can I just say, off the back of that scene, the kick, the super kick down the stairs.
The Muay Thai
that
kick.
was deep,
Bro, it was deep.
And it was so angle perfect. Like, she saw it.
That was so
How
deep.
did you even see it?
It was so cash.
Yeah. She saw her coming up as she's cooking.
And she's just waiting for it to come to that right place and be like, bing.
No, that was my favourite scene.
And they scattered like cockroaches.
Yep.
When the family came back, and obviously they were talking about that cockroach conversation before. The film was too much.
I like the fact that they flicked at the beginning when they flicked the cockroach from their table.
Exactly.
Like, even though they're seen as cockroaches.
Exactly.
Like,
So many
genius.
nuances. So before we go into the star rating, as I said, we spoke about this in the last episode, but Amari, can you please give me your rendition of that couch scene? Lads, we've all been there. We've all been there.
It was the
We've
face.
all been
It's
there.
a fact, no, the best part about it is
I think
the fact
Giles
that
was there.
It was trying,
probably in the last 48 hours.
It's like they were trying to he was trying to do it and not actually have the tip pop up the top and then trying to put it down with the hand on the other side. And I was just
It was, do you know what got me though?
It's
Do you
when
know-
he licked his finger.
it
was so subtle as well.
No, mate. It wasn't even that. It was the one where he said, you want to eat, don't you? And he just put his thumb in their mouth. And I was like, eat
And
it.
do you know what got me? It was the initiation, and then it was the details. You go clockwise. whatever. You're getting rubbed. That's the end of it.
He was
gosh.
definitely on decks for that one. He really was.
Serious.
He really. And it's the way he just put his hand up and just grabbed the Gucci like.
As I said, we've all been there.
Didn't even bother to even put his hand down. Just grab it.
You know what that bell signifies, and I'm going to put money down in this. I'm going to put money down in this for myself.
I already gave the money, so I'm already saying.
I'm going to try something. Yeah.
Go on.
I'm going to try something. On 3, we're all going to give our star rating for this. On 3, yeah.
Hang on. You going 1, 2, 3, and then we say it?
The clarification.
Or we saying 1, 2, and then
That's
say
the guy
it?
that's lost a lot of ching chan in his life, innit? I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we say
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
5.
Stop. Beautiful.
Those movie review guys.
Subscribe to the podcast and stream full episodes on all major platforms.